welcome back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. I am Connor Williams and we're back with another one of our player review videos. This time it is on none other than Jordan Pickford, who for me is having the best season maybe that I've seen him have in an Everton top. So yeah, let's get into Jordan Pickford. I've got some stats as well. Obviously he's a goalkeeper, so it's a little bit tougher to find various stats for him. But yeah, let's have a look and see what we can find for Jordan Pickford, and then I'll do the best game. I think we all know what might be the best game, and if possible, a worst game. But I think he's been solid for most of the season. I think without him, we're in real danger. Without him, we were probably relegated, in all honesty, lads. If I'm going to be honest, I think he's saved us as much as the likes of Richarlison have. But yeah, for this season, he has played 35 of the games. These are just base stats. He's conceded 58. His XG on target conceded was 53.1. Only one error leading to a goal, 117 saves, faced one penalty and got 7 clean sheets. I'll go into it a little bit more on this website now, which is FBref, if you guys want to know. It also compares him to the Premier League goalkeepers. So shots on target against is 4.77 per 90 minutes. That's a little bit above the average. So he faces more shots on average in a game than the average goalkeeper does. Angus Gunn is top of that with 6 shots a game. He makes 3.26 saves per 90, which is just below the average, with a save completion of 65.9. He's not won many and not got many clean sheets. He's below averages on them. But bearing in mind, it's not all down to him. There's 10 other men in front of him that aren't doing very well. His post-shot expected goals, which is how likely the goalkeeper is to save a shot, is 1.55 per 90. Which is just above the average, but that's bad. That means that, well, not bad, it just means that the shots he faces are of a better quality. Unlike Ederson, for example, who's got like very, very low because City do so well to protect him. And then when they do concede, Ederson normally comes up trumps. His post-shot expected goals per shot on target, which is like what's the quality of the shot after it's shot, that's actually on target, not just all of them, is 0.32, which is right up there. Angus Gunn is top of all of these, but it is right up there. For example, Aaron Ramsdale is bottom with 0.24. Again, an Arsenal defence in front of him that protects him a lot better than we have with Pickford. This is his meeting to veg, passes completed launched, 8.31 per game, right up there in the high percentile. Only David Raya has got more. Passes attempted launched is 23, so he tries 23 a game, again right up there. And his pass completion from launches is 35.4, which isn't very impressive, but he does launch the ball a lot. Percentage of launches is 69.3. He is top near enough with that. I think only Nick Pope's got more. And then his average pass length is 53, which he is top on. So he really does boot it right down the pitch, which is what we all sort of know with Jordan Pickford. We all sort of know that's what he does. He's a kicker. He's a good kicker. But that is, his meat and two veg, isn't it, really? That's what he's mainly there for. Looking at his best games for us this season, and then I'll talk to you a little bit about my overall feelings on Jordan Pickford, because I think his Everton career, he's played 199 games for us. I think it's been one of ups and downs, with one big up. I'll go with the worst game this season for him. In my opinion, it's probably Tottenham Hotspur 5-0. This was a bad game for everybody involved. Could be doing better. He had the lowest rating according to FOTMob on the pitch. Only made 3 saves, conceded 5. Didn't make many saves. His long balls were weren't very. He only made two accurate long balls out of 13 attempted, 13 accurate passes to 24, and he made an error leading to a goal. So it's not a good day for Jordan Pickford, that. But it wasn't a good day for anybody. As badly as he played, you can put Michael Keane up there because Michael Keane was rushing out left, right, centre. His best game, it's tough. Manchester United's up there, and a couple of other games, but I'm going to go with that Chelsea game. Unbelievable. What a game. Yeah, he got an 8.3 on FOTMob, made 5 saves. His accurate passes weren't brilliant again, but it was his saves. He was absolutely brilliant for them. And this is the game where he did his double. It's obviously a bit tougher to judge keepers stats-wise, so it's going to be a lot more the eye test this review. But that double save, that's incredible. He has no right to get there. And it wasn't just that. There was a save where I think it might have been Havertz or Alonso. They go to put it on the far post. They move their body, angle their body like it's going the far post. And then they just toe bong it a little bit to go to the near post. But everything about their body says far post. And it's a really tricky bit of shooting. It's really clever. And he's committed and then switched his body weight back to get down low. Really quick thinking. A lot of keepers would have just committed and gone, we're going there, read the body. His ability to get down and move quickly is fantastic. So yeah, that was the game of the season for me for Pickford. Overall, I think he's had a fantastic season. I think we'd be in a lot worse position without him. I think he's made some vital saves. We wouldn't have won that Chelsea game, for example, without him. So take 3 points right off that, we're in danger then. The United game, played really well in that as well. Obviously, Jordan Pickford at first, he's had his troubles. Obviously, everybody remembers that derby where he claims the ball and it falls down for Origi. I don't think anyone's going to forget that in a hurry. But, and the one where he's given Newcastle fans stick and then absolutely drops a clanger. But he's improved since then. Apparently, he saw a sports psychiatrist, did wonders for him, mature head, England's #1, confidence is booming. And I think that shows on the field. He's professional, he's intelligent, he is a bit, I don't know how to say it without using the swear word, he's a bit naughty, he's a bit clever. I think the commentators call it clever. Does time waste a little bit, but so does every other keeper. I can't believe some pundits have moaned about him this season when I saw Kasper Schmeichel doing it in the Leicester game after they'd scored dead early on and he was doing it in the first half. So, it's stupid. It's just media being the media, but every keeper does it, especially if you're winning. But yeah, really impressive. Jordan Pickford has been improving loads. I think he's silenced a lot of doubters within the Everton fan base. Unfortunately, not wider. I think maybe because he plays for us, maybe it's just the way of an England #1. But I think once you get that #1 spot, people are constantly looking for the next one. And for as long as he's been England's #1, it was going to be Pope. Then Heaton had a good little spell. And now it's Ramsdale that's got the hype behind him. It seems like the nation are desperate for him to be replaced. And I don't know why, because in the Euros final, he did as much as he could, save penalties from the likes of Jorginho, who don't normally miss. And I remember watching that, and I'm not massive, wasn't massively invested, but obviously for Jordan Pickford and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I wanted them to win it. And I remember saying, Pickford's got a great penalty save on him, that he does save pens. I've seen him do it before, and he came up trumps. But the idea that people are now going, oh well, Ramsdale should be England #1, a little bit disrespectful for me. That is. He's not let England down. He's been absolutely top tier in an England top. So why you'd want him to not be England's #1 anymore just because there's a new toy in town? For me, that's a bit tough. That's a bit disrespectful to the player. I don't think it's a personal thing. I think once Ramsdale takes over from him, if he does, or Dean Henderson, whoever takes that mantle, I think they'll get the same sort of same treatment. I think drop a clanger, don't do your team's not a top 6 team. And they'll be like, if Pope had got it, Pope would be getting it now. Pope could be brilliant. Been relegated with Burnley, people going, should he still be England's number one? And it's like, well, he's not let England down, so yeah. But yeah, it's I think it's the curse of being the nation's number one. But that, yeah, Jordan Pickford though this season top tier. I think I'd give him about an 8 out of 10. For me, he has had some bad games, but he's had more good games than bad, and he really has saved our bacon. I'd give him an 8, maybe an 8.5. It's tough to give anyone this season higher than like a 9. I don't know if I'd give many players a 9 this season. Yeah, just because of how this season, I still think nobody associated players wise, board wise, nobody should be sort of patting themselves on the back because it's been atrocious. But if I was to go to a 9, Jordan Pickford is probably one of the few players that I would say deserves it. But I'm going to give him an 8.5 out of 10, just because he has had some clang at the end. I just don't feel like giving anyone a 9 after the state of this season. So an 8.5 for Jordan Pickford. But that's my player review on him. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and comment down below your thoughts on Jordan Pickford's season. What you'd rate him out of 10. Do you think he gets unfair treatment from the other fans of the nation because he's England's number one? Let me know all that good stuff down below, and I'll see you guys very soon.